Alright, so that computer full of evidence. It's got evidence that shows the police doing wrong. It has evidence showing the FBI doing wrong. It has evidence that the courts did wrong. It has evidence that people lied to me left, right, and center, and took advantage of my disabilities, as well as the income from those disabilities, from the police to the Bollingers. And then there was people like Candace Bondurant. She did the mean things that she did that prevented me from getting the money from those GoFundMes, because I threatened to turn in Officer Michael Beard. Now that tells me one of two things. Either A, she's afraid of the police, or B, she lied about Officer Michael Beard. The way that she treated me when I left there was fucking bullshit. At first, she was pretending like she was still wanting to be helpful, but when I threatened to expose Officer Michael Beard and what happened with Miss Shelley, well, that's when Candace turned tail and ran. See, this is the thing. Candace pulled all of her bullshit before they found the guy that killed Natalie. So she didn't know if I killed Natalie or not. What she knew is that her and her family were in danger and were being threatened and harassed because she tried to help. Candace Bondurant and I do not speak to this day. Most of these people and I do not speak to this day because I was fucking shat on over their shitty fucking opinions. I tried to tell Candace what was going on. She wouldn't shut the fuck up. I tried to tell Shannon Alvarado what was going on. She wouldn't shut the fuck up. Carmia, fucking full of assumptions, wouldn't shut the fuck up. Erin Cockerham, I think that she would have helped out if she'd have been allowed, if she'd have been in Colorado. But a lot of people said, oh, well, I'll be in Colorado eventually. Yeah, but I need your statement now. People kept telling me, go to this site and go to that site. Help me fill it out. I'm going to these places and I'm trying. But that's not good enough, is it? I told you if somebody didn't go in with me that the police would refuse to look at any evidence. And that's why you people's voices was so fucking important. And that's why I'm coming after all of you in a court of law. Problem is, I don't have the money or the means to do that. I don't have the physical, mental, or financial abilities to do that. And without the financial ability to take care of myself, I am subject to non-stop abuse for the rest of my life over the slander by Natalie, Alicia, and Maddie. Fuck all of your goddamn opinions. You should have taken the time to find out what was going on. Natalie's actual predators got paid a lot of money right after Natalie was killed, and all of my money was being eaten up because I was falsely accused and repeatedly assaulted by law enforcement. My friends didn't have the time to pay attention, but then I noticed something about a lot of these folks who have plenty of time for these web sleuth things. They don't have real problems. They don't have to worry about the roof over their head. Most of them. When I talked to the therapist about the things that I was going through, they agreed with me. They just had shitty opinions on homelessness. And I recorded that. The homeless, they agreed with me because they go through the same shit I do. But the being accused of murder and a lot of the other fucked up shit I was accused of and didn't do, well, they didn't understand that because they'd never been through it. A lot of the younger folks wanted to dispense advice like it was toilet paper. Youngin', I've been doing this a lot longer than you. I've been saving lives while you've been talking out your ass, Peter. Zach. Maverick. Ryan. Ryan James especially. You were the biggest letdown out of all of them. As soon as you got help becoming unhomeless, you want to talk about how you did it yourself. You didn't do shit by yourself. The other thing is, with me believing these people, I wasted what little precious money I had to try to make their environments as safe as possible. To try to make the best of the situation that I was in, and they were nearly always completely negative. There was a few of them where there was some positivity. I mean, Lan and Amanda's, it was pretty positive a lot of the time. Probably almost close to half of it. As long as Lana had what she wanted, it was a pretty peaceful household. The thing is, these police are all invested in covering up for the wrongdoing of other officers just because they're officers. They don't need to know that they're officers. They're just going to assume that I'm the bad guy because these people I'm trying to turn in are wearing badges. Meanwhile, these officers in Wyoming did exactly the same thing I was after the officers in Colorado for, the officers in Washington State for, the officers in Nebraska for. Without somebody willing to go in with you, these police officers do whatever they want. That's why I try to have recording devices, but they get full and I have nowhere to put the information. Or I get locked out of my account because somebody stole my stuff because I'm not able to fucking take care of myself. I'm constantly overwhelmed. The police have done literally everything that I told those officers, Jai Rogers and Mark Peterson. I told them what it is, what my triggers are, so that they could avoid those to get the best information out of me possible. They went out of their way not to do that. They went out of their way to exploit my disabilities to try to make me look fucking crazy. To ignore the things that these other people were doing and to even coordinate with the Bollingers to threaten and harass and fucking assault me. Go fuck yourselves. I can't even write down a report right now. I have to wait for my account to get unlocked because it's been locked now because the police got a hold of my shit. The very last thing on that computer that I was recording is between me and those officers. But you know what else? On this very YouTube, I also said the names of the people and where they worked that were witnesses. They were witnesses to the fact that the sheriff's, or police department rather, was calling these places and telling them specifically not to help me. They threw me out of that jail. No blanket, no hoodie, no nothing. It was cold and it was miserable. I needed a safe place to go and my vehicle had been stolen. I mean stolen because there was evidence in there and I was trying to get that evidence seen for 3 fucking years. Those officers knew that it was in there. It was on their police scanners. That means it's recorded. That stuff needs to be requisitioned, but I don't have the money. A lot of people are pissed off at me because I exposed their names. Well, excuse me. You should have kept your word. I kept mine now, didn't I? The parts where I wasn't able to keep my word, it's because other people didn't keep theirs. People who I hoped would. People who told me they loved me and called me family. You're fucking cowards. See So you guys keep telling me I should just walk away like I can. Like I'm allowed. I can't take care of myself. I will never, ever be allowed an honest court date for the rest of my life because of the things that happen to me. I've already been prevented in over 20 court dates. Prevented from having an honest court date. Been prevented from being able to make a police report or show evidence in over 20 court dates. By them using things that happened, or rather didn't happen, where other officers slandered my name and lied, where Bollinger slandered my name and lied. And that's where I'm so pissed off at all of these people who claimed they were going to help me. Katie Cahill is a witness to those lies. You know who else is a witness to those lies? Karamia, but she also took part in those lies. You know who else is a witness to those lies? Miss Peaches, aka Kayla Trujillo. Why am I so pissed off at these people? Because they're fucking witnesses. The police refused to listen to any of the witnesses that were on my side. Any of the witnesses who were willing to look at the whole truth instead of just what these fucking wingnuts stole and posted up and pasted and twisted out of contortion from what they actually are. Fuck you, Miss Peaches, you're a goddamn coward.